Biofriendly Podcast. It's the Biofriendly Podcast.
I do it probably all wrong, but it's become the Jacob Givens method.
And they'll teach that in schools one day.
They'll be like, students will sit down in class and they'll be like, okay, you've learned how to edit. Now we'd like to teach you how you shouldn't edit, also known as the Jacob Givens.
Which, by the way, got him into the Smithsonian.
Yes, pioneered into the world of editing.
Yeah.
No, getting good at doing it the wrong way.
I mean, at some point, the wrong way becomes the right way.
It does.
You can't do it any other way.
There's truth to that.
Yeah.
The wrong way does become the right way because if it works, who's to say it's the wrong way?
That's why we're in this mess in the environment.
That's
right
why
there.
we're. Oh, you're right. Oh, if you did it too much the wrong way, our planet, it was never the right way.
It was not the right way.
You're right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So somber.
Do you know what else? When you said something that had sparked in my brain. I don't know why, but you said, and then I used the audio file, and I thought audio file and audio file like
the audio file,
ASMR, but whatever stupid word they call the
BDSM.
Yeah, we have to bleep that.
Do I? I guess I do. I'm sorry.
Although we're going to do one more BDSMR.
Yeah, BDSR. If nobody's done a joke about that or done like a parody YouTube channel.
You know what? We actually probably don't have to bleep. Sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine because, I mean, I think it's okay.
I think that'll go over the heads of the kids in the back seat.
I think we can let it slide.
Right?
Let it slide.
I think the people in the front seat will be
give
like,
us
oh,
a light chuckle. Well, I listen to the radio sometimes, which is just for everybody, and the things that they say on there, I'm like, we're keeping it way cleaner than these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think we're okay.
At least we're trying.
We're trying.
Yeah.
We're trying.
Which is another environmental statement.
At
least we're trying.
You were about to say about audiophile when you hear the word audiophile.
Yeah, no, I just think it's funny that audiophile, PHILE, is the same as when you have to drag out the audio file. So you're going to use your audio file to make all the audio files go audio crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It wasn't a great thought. Sometimes they're good ones. Sometimes I'll say something and off we'll go. And other times...
Sometimes the wrong thought is the right thought, if you think it long enough. We're back on video today. This is our first podcast back on video.
Well, hello there.
So, because of this guy vacationing, we didn't get to do video.
No.
But now we're back.
We're back,
baby. And we're in business. And now I can show off, because this morning, Noel, on the way into work, I went into Starbucks, and I brought my own tumbler. And I walked up to the counter and I said, I would like coffee, but I would like you to put it in this. And guess what? They gave me 10 cents off for bringing in my own tumbler.
What?
Yeah. So
what?
If people weren't aware, if you bring your own cup.
Did you do this just because you thought I'm going to be a cheese? Or did you do that because you
I did it because I was sick and tired of the disposable cups. And I usually make coffee at home and bring it in.
Yeah.
But I was running late and I was like, I'm going to go get a coffee because I'm out of coffee at home.
Yeah, you are.
But I was like, I do not want to take one of those paper cups.
Yeah.
So I grabbed this nice little Yeti, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And I walked in and I asked the lady, I said, could I take coffee and put it in my own? And she said, yeah, absolutely. And it's 10 cents off for doing that. And I was like, fantastic. Here come the wind gusts. The wind gusts. No, but it's not only Starbucks, it's I double checked. Every coffee place will give you at least 10 cents off, and Coffee Bean does 20 cents.
What?
And I know you like Coffee Bean.
Let's go to Coffee Bean this afternoon.
Yes.
I'm going to I have a cup. I have one in my car.
Bring in your cup. And what I would recommend to people is, as I was researching this, like when you buy your tumblers, when you buy your cups, where it will get complicated, and it's not that they can't handle it, but if you have like some unusually abnormally big gulp sized thing, that gets confusing for them in terms of like what they're supposed to charge you for, what the size here is, and how they're going to do it.
What am I making?
Right. So if you're going to buy a reusable, coffee cup to take with you,
don't get it at 7-Eleven.
Yeah, get ones that are clearly designed to be, close to like the coffee cup design. It's got the lid, it's got the shape, the size, and if you're really well versed and this this is a 14-ounce cup, this is a 16-ounce cup, or whatever. That's helpful to be able to say, tell them. Know the measurements, so you're not slowing up the line or anything like that.
Know your cup, man.
Know your cup, bro. That's important. Know your cup.
You have to know your cup.
You have to know your cup. So isn't that exciting? We should totally go to.
I'm just gonna write. Keep talking. I'm just gonna write. No, I can't write that down. You know what? It's recorded though for posterity.
We know what know your cup is.
We can't reveal.
We can't reveal
what Jacob and I are working on long term. But in 5 years,
we have a very funny concept, and that definitely needs to go in the file.
Yes,
it does.
Know your cup.
Know your cup. It's in there.
Yeah.
Yes, and one day we will be able to reveal to the world this masterpiece that we have been developing over the past week.
When it's on the when it's on the HBO.
It's on the HBO. Yeah. And it's a series that you enjoy.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I thought that was cool to share about the coffee thing, but that's not what we're going to talk about today. We're not going to talk about coffee.
Hey, real quick.
What?
Is there a problem? Okay, I'm a stroke. I'm a weirdo.
Yeah.
In that when I go to a coffee place, I don't go for coffee. Like if I'm gonna have coffee,
right.
traditional cup of
just
American
do it at home.
Joe, I generally have it at home. My wife makes the best cup of coffee
in the world.
In the world.
This is known
for me, at least. Most people agree.
Right.
She's very specific. She does it in a certain way. She has these certain creamers that she's got me addicted to. So I have coffee at home.
Right.
Or I go and I get a fancy coffee.
I know what you're getting at.
Yes. I can.
The answer is yes. They will prepare it in whatever cup.
Yes.
That you bring in. That whatever drink you want.
So if I get myself a mocha latte with the
mocha loca
whipped cream
yada
caramel drizzle,
lady marmalade, if you do that and you bring in the cup, they can absolutely do it. But again, it's important that the cup size you're not bringing in a
Don't
big
bring
gulp.
in my 7-Eleven big gulp.
Don't bring in the big gulp and say, hey, I'd like a mocha. Because they'd be like, I think I have to charge you $70 for this. This is 64 ounces of mocha.
Yeah.
And it might kill you.
Yeah.
They
worth
can.
It.
Yeah, worth it. Yeah. No, but they can do it in any kind of drink that you want. They can do it in there. Okay. But keep an eye on them, because I read an account of a guy who's like, I did this, and then I looked and I was watching, and the lady made it in a regular cup, poured it in his container, and then threw it in the trash. And he's like, kind of defeats the purpose.
Oh.
But that was like a one-off instance that I read. So, keep an eye. If you do see that happen, I would just, maybe talk to the management and say, hey, guys.
The reason I was doing this is because I'm one of those weird greenies.
Right.
Who's weird. And I'm the weird one, not you.
Yeah.
But I really love to not waste as much as possible.
Exactly.
And so when you throw the thing, it ruins the whole purpose of me.
It ruins the whole purpose.
So next time, I know it's probably harder, but could you do it just for me? And then I know that I'm the jerk. Mm-hmm. And I totally
that goes without saying.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Just kidding. Hey, welcome to the Biofriendly podcast.
Oh, hi there.
I'm Jacob, your co-host.
And I'm Noel, your alternative co-host.
Your alternate. Yeah, the Bizarro.
The Bizarro. I'm Bizarro, Jacob.
Bizarro.
I'm Noel, I'm your co-host.
Well, today we're going to talk about another beverage.
Okay.
That is not warm. But it's cold. It's cold and refreshing.
Chocolate shakes?
No, we're doing this because, first off, last episode you did a hilarious commercial. And then it is summertime. And it's time to sit by the pool. It is time to go to the beach. It is time to relax and kick back. It's summertime. Exactly. Thanks, Will Smith.
Am I saying it quiet enough that they can still hear you? I'm trying to do background
music. No, you're doing it perfect.
Yeah.
It's like nice and subtle.
Summertime. Oh, summertime.
Amazing. We are going to discuss beer. Yeah.
Here we
go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We're gonna have to pay licensing because this is so accurate.
She called me late last night. Say she loved me so. For those of you who don't know,
whose song is that?
Real Big Fish.
Oh, yes, I know.
This song is called Beer.
Yeah, that's right. Real Big Fish.
Everybody should listen to that song in the background.
It's great. All right. We can't play it for you because we'd have to pay Real Big Fish.
So long as we keep it under 10 seconds.
Yes, we can do an excerpt.
And we use it as a reference to clarify who Real Big Fish are.
Okay.
Then we can get away with it.
All right. Well, then maybe I'll do that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, what we're going to do is we're clarifying right now for you. Right now, see, hear that? We're just clarifying for you that this is Real Big Fish and that you should go purchase their music on iTunes or listen to it on Spotify.
There you go. So, given that song, I found this. There's this article on greenbiz.com, cool site. And the title was Sip, Sparkle, and Drink. Kellogg's turns cereal waste into beer.
What?
Right? So that's what caught my attention. I was like, what? Kellogg's turns cereal waste into beer. So I got to share this with you.
So a couple of my favorite things have happened at once.
Yeah.
We've actually turned cereal into
beer. I know.
We're going to have burial?
Everybody who's listening to the podcast at 2 p.m. because they just got out of bed is like, sweet. Best podcast ever. So could Snap, Crackle, and Pop take on a new meaning? Cereal giant Kellogg's has this week unveiled 2 new products that turn its waste cereals into beer. So this was an issue, right? It's like when they're mass-producing cereal, they had waste.
Right.
Discoloration, it's overcooked, whatever they had, the grains and whatnot that would just go into a waste pile, and then you're not using it. So you're like,
because they have quality control when you're talking about Kellogg's, because they're actually making every single flake is the same.
Exactly. So the company teamed up with Salford-based brewery Seven Brothers to turn surplus Cocoa Pops into Sling It Stout and excess Rice Krispies into cast-off Pale Ale. Isn't that awesome?
That's outstanding.
Yeah, so they turned. So that was what caught my attention and made me think, like, we got to do one on beer, because there's a lot out there right now moving in the direction of, like, environmentally, like, trying to be sustainable and whatnot. And this was a really cool step, I thought.
Yeah.
Combining the waste of cereal into beer. Isn't that awesome?
Oh, my God.
We got to track some of these down because they do look delicious. They've got a throwaway IPA, a Sling It Stout, and a cast-off Pale Ale, and they're all made.
What's in throwaway IPA? Did they say?
Let me see. Yeah, it's down here. There's a picture of it, but let's see what the.
It's one of their cereals nobody eats. You know.
No, it was made up.
Kellogg's. You know.
No, it was made from
Dull brand.
If I'm not, it's cornflakes.
Cornflakes.
So it's the throwaway IPA was their first run.
Yeah.
And that was from Kellogg's Cornflakes. And then after that, they did, the Cocoa Pops. And then after that, Pale Ale. Rice Krispies. Rice Krispie treats in a beer.
Rice Krispie treats in a beer.
If you eat marshmallows and drink that beer, it's
like you're back home with your ma.
Your ma, and you haven't
summertime.
Summertime.
You've had a great day outside running, and she says, "Hey kids, I got some beer for you."
Yes, just like the good old days with mom and the beer.
And then you all get drunk. then you pass out because you're so hammered from all the beer that mom gave you while you're running around. So
everybody's childhood was just like this.
It's the same.
Exactly. So that's what I thought was really cool, because I love beer a lot. It's kind of my thing. I like it of all the beverages, adult beverages. And disclaimer, children, drinking is only for 21 and up and responsibly, and we do it.
Let's define responsibly.
Okay, responsibly is safely and at home or in a place where you don't have to drive, right? Mm-hmm. That's
even more responsibly.
Yes,
would be to so long as you're raging, but you rage somewhere safe where nobody can hurt you, and you've got an Uber,
and you're in a padded room,
like that's definitely more responsible than not doing those things.
Right.
But what I was gonna say is if you keep your intake of beer to not so many,
right,
that you're running through walls.
This is true. This is true.
Because it is, kids, in case you didn't know this, alcohol
is
actually a poison.
It's actually a poison for your body. That's true.
It'll actually cause you to get all loopy and funny if you have too much of it. So
you got to enjoy responsibly.
Just have
a couple brews with your bros or your dudes, your gals, and your friends. You have a couple, and then you go, you know what? That's plenty. Have a good night.
I've had a good night. I've enjoyed my beers.
Exactly.
Now I'm going to stop enjoying my beers.
Yes. And so...
or you just get raging, just slam face.
Look, it happens every now and then. Sometimes this week.
It happens every now
and Wednesday.
Just every now.
So, but this is for people, we talked a little bit about the more commercial beers like Budweiser and Miller, but then, I'm fortunate because the craft beer market often really tries to do locally grown hops and ingredients, and they really do try to cater to that. How can we be more sustainable? Because they're producing less quantity and they have the ability to adjust the model a little bit.
Right.
So
that is the advantage of the microbrew trend that has kind of gone throughout America.
Oh yeah.
And in particularly if you're in a fair sized city, you're going to have usually multiple local microbrews.
Oh yeah.
That the rest of us haven't heard of.
Yeah.
And you should definitely 100%
try those.
And then
if
let
you
us
like
know.
if you like beer.
call in. Let us know what.
Yeah, let us know. Well, that's what I do every time I travel. I mean, we touched on this last time. Is when I go travel, one of my favorite things to do is to go to the market or and look as to the ones that are like
what have I never heard
that
of?
town.
Yeah.
And it's fun because they've often got really fun, funky names. You know, like I have a game that for creating a brewery. Okay. You know, like the game where you take your street you grew up on, whatever. I have one that I thought up when I was getting up this morning. I think it's your favorite zoo animal.
Okay.
And then before it has to be an adjective that means dirty. And that's so pick an animal. Pick an animal.
Okay. So the koala.
Okay, koala. And an adjective that means
kind of
dirty.
Musky.
Musky koala. That's your brewery. See? So mine, Scuzzy Panda. Scuzzy Panda.
That's it. That's our brewery.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Filthy
Animal.
Filthy penguin. You just pick a zoo animal.
Penguin.
And then you put something that means dirty, an adjective that means dirty in front of it, and that's your brewery. That's how you come up with a brewery.
Dusty Muskrat.
Yes, there you go. Exactly. Because it has to be a zoo animal because then you have the kind of the access to the animal kingdom. It can't be just, barn. You got to get into the exotics because then you get
the exotics.
Yeah, you got to get like, in Grimy Panther. You know what I mean? You pick your zoo animal and then you put that in front of it and then that's your brewery. So if you guys want to play, tweet at us. Tweet at the Biofriendly One at Biofriendly One, or on our Biofriendly Facebook, or on Biofriendly Planet, or wherever you'd like to.
And we're starting a Facebook group.
Yes, we are. We are launching a Facebook group, which will be a place where not only are we going to share stuff about the show and stuff that we're working on, but it'll be a place where you could share ideas, jokes, memes, whatever you want, YouTube clips, whatever you want to get the dialogue going of what we're trying to do here.
So search for the Biofriendly Podcast group.
Yes.
Get to know us. We're on it. We comment on it.
We will be talking. You can engage with us personally, and you can ask questions personally. And you could say, like, I liked this about the episode, but never do this again, and we'll maybe consider it.
And then we'll do it twice.
And then we'll do...
then we'll double our efforts.
And then we'll literally do it a month dedicated to that. But there's, so beyond Kellogg's... There's when I was Googling, and you guys can go up there and search or Bing or whatever, you can look for anything about beer.
I'm glad that you threw Bing in there. Bing needs their props because I'm
props.
constantly binging.
Yeah, I Bing all the time.
I'm binging right now.
Bing, bang, boom. Like I said about the craft breweries, like breweries in Oregon, like Deschutes and Widmer, they are all well known for renewable energy sources and like making sure that their water is being cleaned locally, so they're reusing water and wastewater and whatnot. So there's a lot of
whoa.
Yeah.
Are you telling me that they're using recycled wastewater in the Widmer beer?
Well, no, not Widmer. Hold on, let me see which one it is. Beer's main ingredient is clean, fresh water. Breweries are increasing their water efficiency, especially in areas struggling with drought. Oregon's Hopworks Urban Brewery recently installed a cleaning in place system, which allows them to conserve 5 times the amount of water when cleaning fermentation tanks, while also saving energy and cleaner.
Okay, so it's for cleaning.
It's cleaning, yes. So I'm sorry, I misread.
I was about to drink poo.
Yeah, no, it's not poo beer. No, that's not what it is.
Like, I'm all for reclaimed water, and I think that, look.
Yeah.
Look.
Listen to me.
Listen to me. We've discussed.
Listen.
Listen to me.
Yeah.
We have discussed,
yeah,
I think before at length, that one man's waste is another plant's. Not on this podcast, although we should. Like for us, poo is gross.
Right.
But for a plant, poo is a steak.
We watched The Martian.
Right.
Right. You need it. Right. It helps grow plants and.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you're a plant, then I think the idea of reclaimed water and like let's get that stuff back, let's get it back in the system. Let's help some growth.
Yeah.
I'm up for that.
You are growing our plant audience right now by leaps and bounds.
I love plants.
They're finally listening.
The plants are in.
What was that?
Unlike the people of Kentucky and Nebraska.
Yeah.
Plants
are
in.
Plants are back.
Yeah, and we will keep apologizing
Yes.
and bringing up the greatness of Kentucky.
Look,
and
I
Nebraska.
talked to a Kentuckian, and he said it was funny.
He said, "Oh, he got it.
Yeah,
he got it, and he appreciated the fact that we love their
not
bourbon.
not offended at all.
And we said that we think
Still
your
working on the
state's great.
Nebraskans. They won't return my call.
Okay.
I just called the state in general.
Yeah.
And I called the state general.
Yeah.
And he hasn't got back to me, general of Nebraska.
Yeah.
And
I gave him a major talking to.
Major talking to. So but the plants, as you said,
The plants.
poo is helpful.
So I'm up for that, right? But I don't want to drink it.
Right.
I can smell it.
Mm-hmm.
I know what reclaimed water smells like.
Right.
I can imagine what it tastes like in my beer. I don't
No.
need any more of human waste.
That is
in
not
me. I can't process it. I'm not a plant,
That
Jacob.
is not on
I'm
the
not a
menu.
plant.
It's not on the menu. I misspoke. I miscommunicated the information because I was regurgitating what I read.
Yeah.
But then I read it directly from the article. Okay. And this article, by the way, is from I got to give props here. Oregon Environmental Council. So it's the
awesome.
oeconline.org. 8 ways the beer you drink can help the environment. It's the article that I'm reading from.
That's
so
cool.
I didn't want to misspeak. It's not in the beer. It's not on the menu. It's cleaning. It's helping reduce the wastewater.
I like that.
Stuff. Yeah.
That I'm up for. I'm in.
And then New Belgium, which makes fat tire, they're in Colorado. New Belgium Brewery is capturing methane, which is a potent greenhouse gas if released as waste, and using it to generate electricity. They're capturing the methane, and so they got cows farting
into little devices. What they do, they put little cups that have these long tubes on every cow's butt. And every time they fart, they take that and they use it to power their factories.
Yeah, the lights are flickering off, and then you hear, and then it's all like, it's like the laugh tanks in Monsters Inc. It's like the tanks. Powers up the whole building. So anyway, no, that you don't have to worry about those gross flavors.
So like a happy fart has more power than a scared fart.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So there's no bad yucky stuff in the beer. It's all yummy, tasty beer.
Tasty methane-free beer.
Yes.
Okay.
And then there is. I was going to list because there's you guys, and honestly, there's so much more information. And on the Facebook group, I'll list more.
We're going to be in on that.
There are 5. I found this on a site called Coastal Living. Drink these beers and save the planet at the same time.
What?
So these are 5 beers that are in the business of saving the world.
Okay, tell me about this.
Okay.
Break it down for me,
Okay.
fellas.
Coastwise Session IPA made by Coronado Brewing Company.
Oh, Coronado.
I do like Coronado.
Yeah.
I bought it before. I mean, it's definitely here on the West Coast, I think.
Yeah, San Diego.
But this Coastwise Session IPA, when you buy it, a portion of proceeds from Coastwise support surf riders' conservation efforts. So it helps beach cleanups when you buy that beer. So that's pretty awesome.
That's good.
Right?
We want to help beach cleanups.
Yeah. So
that's why we plug.
Yeah.
You and I wake up every morning. We get our plugging sticks.
Yeah.
And then we plug, and then we use it. We poke.
Yeah.
And then we keep going. We poke.
I love it.
And we plug.
We should have Biofriendly plugging sticks. Right?
Why don't we have Biofriendly plugging
We
sticks?
should have Biofriendly.
What is wrong with us?
And it'll say, twirl, baby, twirl. That's a reference to the movie that we made, House Harker. If you've never, by the way, we made a feature film called I Had a Bloody Good Time in House Harker on Amazon Prime. And in that movie, we have a bit about a baton
twirling.
And it's a wooden stick. So it's a crossover brand.
Crossover.
Right? Yeah. I had to throw down the movie, right? For those who don't know about the movie.
I don't know. Sure.
Okay, sure. Maybe.
I'm pretty sure you did.
But anyway, so Coastwise Session IPA, if they, for me mentioning the beer, if they'd like to give me a lifetime supply, that's fine. Yeah. I'm down for that.
I accept your offer.
I accept your offer gladly.
And I will drink them responsibly. One beer at a time.
All night. Lifetime supply. I don't need a lifetime supply. You could just give me like a year's supply. That's fine.
A year's supply.
Lifetime is a lot to ask.
It is.
Especially,
it is.
I just thought, like, what if you're a Highlander? What if you're an immortal and you win a lifetime supply and you're like, so bad news, guys.
Do you know what's fantastic about that?
I'm an immortal.
You have a lifetime to keep winning all the sweepstakes.
Yeah, totally.
So it's like you just keep trying. You're like, if I don't get it this time, I'll get the next one.
I'll get it next time.
Because I'm in here for a while.
If you're an immortal and you're listening, you should be applying for every lifetime supply competition there is.
Do you ever wonder if that's how they keep alive? Like if that's how Highlanders do it? Because, they're oftentimes just cutting off each other's heads. They're not really going to the 9 to 5 job.
And for the past several thousand 1,000 years that they may have been alive, it was a struggle, and they had to like find unique ways. But the moment, like in 1962, somebody was like, "Win a lifetime supply," Highlanders were like, "Wait, what's this now?"
Well, it may have been a farm in the 1500s. Lifetime supply of eggs.
Yeah, right. That's true. There could have been like, if you capture the thief of the crown jewels, we will give you a lifetime supply of mead and potatoes.
Yes.
And you're like, and the Highlanders like,
it's like, dude, I kill people all the time.
all the time. Do you want his head? I'll bring it to you.
Yeah.
So
And they said, no, just bring him.
just bring
you
him.
Don't have to, you're a barbarian.
we didn't advocate murder. So, but
When do you think this is? The 1300s?
So Highlanders, if you're out there, if your immortals are listening or vampires or whatever, you should get the lifetime supply.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Although I wonder if vampires need different things.
And probably.
Yeah, like for vampires, it would be like a lifetime supply of Radiohead records.
I love that you went that road. I was like, just blood? And you're like, no, Radiohead records. They're pretty bummed out, you know? Oh, Tom York put out a new album. Sweet.
I don't have to pay for it.
Good thing I got the lifetime supply. All right, so the next beer is called Dead Rise Old Bay Summer Ale by Flying Dog Brewery. Flying Dog Brewery. There we go again. It's another. It's a dog, and
maybe it's just adjective
and animal. Maybe I made it too specific. It's adjective and animal.
Yeah.
So it really could be barfing cat.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, wait, that's a verb. And sorry, I screwed it up.
Maybe it is a verb. I'm a moron. I'm a moron. You're not a moron. I think you're right.
See, but I liked the adjective thing because it's a descriptor. Because it's like fluffy mongoose, right? There's something about that. But maybe I don't know. We're gonna have to come up with our beer rules. But for now,
for this moment, it's a dirty adjective.
It's a dirty adjective and a zoo animal.
Yeah, and then we'll upgrade. Just follow the Facebook group, and then we'll
grow from there.
You can help us figure this out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's another one. It's a Maryland-based Flying Dog adds the bold character of Old Bay to its summer ale. I'm reading the description about the beer. I didn't mean to do that.
You're selling someone's beer.
I know. Dead Rise also has a charitable band. Proceeds benefit True Blue, an initiative that advocates for the Chesapeake Bay watermen and encourages restaurants to serve local Maryland crab meat. So anyway, if you're in Maryland, rock on.
For Maryland, that
was very specific.
Plug.
I know. I guess
for those of us who would irresponsibly be eating Maryland crab meat, not as good.
Not as good.
But we have some Maryland listeners.
We have some Maryland listeners.
And those Maryland listeners are going to be so glad.
So grateful.
Yeah.
All right, so the next one up is 16 Counties Allagash Brewing Company.
I wonder how many counties they represent.
Oh, yeah.
It's often been a question I've
16 counties. 16 counties. And
what do you get?
Yeah.
Another county older and deeper in debt.
That's totally what I was going for. Allagash is in Maine, and it's available year-round. And this beverage, that's more description of the beer itself. Where's the...
Would you stop advertising?
I know, I'm sorry.
And get to the environmental stuff?
Named to honor the farming traditions across this beer is brewed exclusively with grains grown in state. It benefits sustainable agriculture and the family farming in Maine. So again, this is...
Family farming, I love that.
So again, these are beers that are local, but again, that's what we're driving home here.
Boy, that's another topic we're going to have to hit at some point. We got to put that on the list. Is farming.
Oh, big time.
There is some good environmental data right there, pal.
Oh, absolutely.
And some good awareness of some things that need to be adjusted slightly, you know?
If we do the farming episode, though, I'm going to insist that we're in overalls.
Okay. Why would I not wear overalls? You're looking at me like I shouldn't, like I don't want to wear overalls.
I know you do.
I want to wear overalls.
I want to be in
overalls.
And we got to do, and I think that the picture for that episode is the American Gothic.
Yes.
We got to do the American Gothic.
Can I be the lady?
Of course you can. You were on the
I like
fast
to be the lady
fashion.
in these
I know
photos.
you do.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm tired. I was tired of being the lady, so I'm happy that you want to be the lady.
Yeah.
Shoot, I just my browser just refreshed as I was getting ready.
So what we're going to do is we're going to change topics for a minute. Well, Jacob figures out where
we're almost done.
Our article is.
Okay, we're on the last.
So in the environment, there are
many things. I got
7
it.
points of pressure that you can push to destroy it.
the 5. It's like Kill Bill. The 5-point exploding.
Oh, it's 5. It's not. It's 5. Yeah.
It's 5-point exploding
you
heart.
You explode the Earth's heart by just touching the Earth in 5 different places.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The Dalai Lama knows where.
For sure.
But
he won't tell.
No, he will not.
No.
The next beer, Anchor California lager. This is us at home. Anchor Brewing.
Okay. I love Anchor
So
Brewing.
this is a San Francisco brewed all malt beer. Oh, again, it's the description. I'm sorry. They're selling the beer and then they're also talking about what it does. I'm sorry.
Jacob,
I really want a beer.
we're supposed to be prepared for these podcasts. I mean, you know how long I prepare for these, but I spend so much time.
You wanted me. Wait. Roll that back. You wanted me to be prepared?
My bad. That's on me. That's on me.
It is on you. I'm not prepared.
No, you're great.
No.
You're great. That's just these articles.
Right. The hard thing is
promotional.
that, look, I can't read well. I can't read. No, a
person who's been paid cash money
Yes.
to act just told me that he can't read.
I can't. You're right.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I memorize my lines.
Oh, how do you memorize them if you can't read?
No, I mean, I can't read well.
Oh.
So I get the script.
So you can read every other word.
I can
but when
read-
it goes say well,
yeah,
it's like,
so-
I'd sure like to run and save Jimmy from the
Exactly. That's the
toilet?
That's why I memorize, is because I get the script and I can't read very well, and then I read and I learn it so that if somebody says, "What does it say right here?" I've got it memorized. I can pretend that I'm reading it in the moment, but I memorized it.
Right.
So I've been working on
So you
memorizing
just
the
know
internet.
that if you can't read the word is well.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. A well balanced. It's always beer descriptions.
Something balanced diet.
I'm reading a book to my children. I'm reading a bedtime story. I'm like, and Billy took the ball to the well-balanced craft brewery. Well, this is all.
I don't understand.
This is not coming out right, son.
I keep messing up. Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So Anchor California Lager, Anchor Brewing.
Yeah, San Francisco.
A portion of proceeds from the sale of this beer supports conservation projects in California state parks. That's a good one.
Really?
Yes. I love that. And then the very last one in the top 5. Now, there's more of these, obviously, but these are just some suggestions.
Join the Facebook group and tell us which ones we missed.
Yeah, exactly. This last one is SOS, and it's got a cool bottle design because it says SOS written in like the shapes of like sea creatures.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and it says a charitable Pilsner by Abita Brewing Company. They are a Louisiana-based brewer.
Yeah.
And this helps restore the Gulf Coast.
They could have had salty alligator, but they went with Abita.
I know. Salt, see, that's I can already see the brewery sign for Salty Alligator. Yeah. That's a total Bayou brewery, right? Salty Alligator.
Yeah.
This beer goes to help restore the Gulf Coast. 75 cents of every bottle sold supports the SOS Fund, and more than $500,000 has been raised since 2010. So yeah,
that's fantastic.
Yeah, these are all examples.
Fantastic, because as we know, the Louisiana part of the Gulf Coast has had a tough run.
It's had a go.
Yeah,
it's been a rough go in the Gulf. It's gulfed it down.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm saying.
It went golfing.
Yeah.
What other dumb golf puns can we come up with?
I don't know. We're dads. That's all I think in.
A big gulf?
Big gulf.
Don't take a big gulf cup?
Don't take it. To circle back to the Starbucks, bring your own cup. Don't bring a big gulf.
No.
Yeah. It's had enough. So that's essentially it. We ran over we're
overtime?
Well, no, we're not overtime. We're at the 32-minute mark, which
that's nice.
Which is a sweet spot.
Okay.
And I always like to let us just take it where it needs to go. I don't like to put an end when it doesn't need to be there. Yeah. But like right now, I feel like that's the subject. But if you'd like to tell me more about beer.
I have nothing left to give because we talked a little bit about beer before, and I don't want to say the same thing.
That's true. You did a great beer ad
so many times.
You did a great beer ad, and we talked about in the last episode. Or in the eco travel episode, we talked about ways that it's made and about transporting and the importance of drinking locally. So this was really just to give you an idea of ways that you could go buy one when you're having your summer barbecue, your party, when you're getting together with your friends, your 4th of July. It's almost 4th of July.
I can't believe it. Our 4th of July green party is going to be
It's going to be outstanding.
The chain,
absolutely.
The hook.
Absolutely.
We're going to hook the
because I'm going to do those
horns?
Yeah, because I'm going to get those fireworks that are avocado based.
Yeah, you are.
With C4.
C4 avocado based fireworks. Those are going to be good.
Those are going to be great. The kids are going to love them. But tell them not to play with the C4. Let's not mix up the clay Play-Doh area and the C4 area.
Right. No, that won't be.
Don't mix them up.
That won't do well. Yeah, no. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wiring. and then boop and let's just get this fuse out here.
Oh, no. Yeah.
No, just to reiterate.
Yeah.
restate, to come back to the beginning. Try to find your local brewery if you can. If you're gonna go local in general when you can. If you're gonna have a party, get the local stuff, and then find out, hey, what are because most of these guys, they're trying to be green. These local companies.
Really are,
and they're trying to also find ways to promote their beer in an unusual and fun and neat way. So even if they're not doing something green, they're oftentimes accessible. They'll have like a little kind of brew. Like a lot of them will have a restaurant or a show house where you can go there and sit down and meet some people and talk to them and actually kind of get some data about the beer and talk to. It's fun. It's a neat experience.
I agree.
And we encourage you to give that a try because it's it's a good way to be environmentally friendly while also enjoying a beverage.
Yeah, and even big breweries are coming around more and more. Guinness, I think a little while ago, did a big announcement about reducing their packaging to make sure it was all, it was all paper-based and they would no longer do plastic.
That's great.
So Guinness is jumping in line with that as well. So go Guinness.
Yeah.
And then I know that this is going to just start to spread more and more to the big name guys. They're going to just start to feel like we got to do this.
What Corona's doing with their new, Corona doesn't use the plastic
awesome
things anymore. What they do instead is they have these screw tops. They're really cool.
Yeah.
But their cans, they have these, like the bottom end has a screw and the top has a little,
nice
thing. So you screw them together and you can walk around with like a baseball bat full of Coronas that are all stuck together.
A baseball bat full of Corona.
Go along with your Coronas and then unscrew one, give it to somebody, unscrew one. It's neat.
I think I just figured out my 4th of July plans. So, yeah. So again, this was, an awesome way to just look at different things you can do. Make sure to go check out our Facebook group. And if you're not spreading the word, make sure you tell your friends. And have them subscribe and listen and spread the word because, I really feel like we're beginning to connect with an audience out there and making some changes in the world and we could use your help.
And please, the Facebook, we can't say that enough because we've realized that we need a place to be able to communicate with the audience. We keep saying call in or tweet in, but nobody uses Twitter.
Yeah, and a lot of these things are starting to fade away.
There's not a person on Twitter on Earth, I don't think. Does anyone use Twitter? Are there any people
5 people.
Yeah, it's mostly bots.
Me and Trump.
And Trump. And boy, do those bots love Trump.
And boy, oh boy. So we think this will be a fun way for you guys to engage with us. And again, spread the word. Let people know about the Biofriendly podcast because we love doing what we do and we need your help to do it better.
Rockin'
So we've been your beacon of light in a gloomy environment.
Sound years ahead of the competition.
Saving the world eventually.
And I think today we had kind of a good, tantamount.
Tantamount. We're tantamount. But
today we had something where it was like, we're trying.
Yeah, we're trying.
We're trying.
I'll take it. That works great.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us.
It's the Biofriendly Podcast. It's the Biofriendly Podcast.